Virgo. I don't know if you've noticed lately, but I've noticed that everyone I seem to know right now has been just really stressed. So I just thought that maybe, this reading might be a little helpful to why are you stressed and what we can do about it. So hopefully this helps you a little bit here. So let's begin. The first card, what's missing from your life? Let's see what we have. Okay, so here we have the Three of Wands in reverse. So basically, Virgo, right now you feel like you're missing like a sense of direction or maybe like momentum. So this card in reverse suggests delays, lack of progress or uncertainty about the future. So you might start to feel like your plans just aren't unfolding, or you can't really see that long-term vision clearly. So you're really missing that. And you have this strong desire to move forward and to grow, but either fear, perfectionism, let's see if I can talk correctly today, or unclear goals are kind of holding you back, okay? So right now, Virgo, in a nutshell, you are missing a clear path or purpose, the confidence in your long-term vision, or the feeling that your efforts are leading to somewhere meaningful right now. And our next card is basically the best way for you to relax. Okay, so here we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is basically saying lean into your curiosity rather than trying to kind of fix everything right now. So this isn't about like deep meditation or emotional stillness. It's really more about engaging your mind in a light, inquisitive way. So learn something new, read, write, ask questions, go explore, and really let your thoughts wander. Maybe don't obsess about it, but like kind of an explore in a way that will lead you to feeling mentally refreshed. So to relax, you really need to stimulate your mind in a playful, low pressure way. Maybe journal your thoughts or research something that sparks interest in you, and get curious about what you're feeling rather than trying to solve the problem, okay? Sometimes there's something more into why am I feeling this way than the actual emotion or solving it, okay? So our next card is going to be what's causing your stress. Okay, so here we have the Star, and ironically, okay, the Star is a card of like hope, inspiration, and healing. So this could be stressing you out because you might be feeling pressure to live up to an idealized version of your future or yourself. You might be clinging to expectations or dreams that are either too distant or too unrealistic at the moment. Doesn't mean it will never happen, but right now it's kind of unrealistic. So let's be realistic, okay, Virgo? You're kind of feeling vulnerable from hoping too much, fearing disappointment or not seeing signs of progress yet. So what's causing you stress is high expectations that aren't aligning with your current reality, hope that feels kind of unsupported by any results, or emotional or spiritual vulnerability right now. So what's making your stress worse? Okay, so here we have the Queen of Cups, and this card basically speaks to emotional depth, sensitivity, and care. But as to like what's worsening your stress, it could mean that maybe you're absorbing the emotions of others. So especially if you're trying to remain like composed and helpful, try to avoid absorbing their emotions, okay? But you also might be bottling up your emotions to stay in control or not to burden others. Like you don't want to be a problem for other people. You could also be over nurturing or putting others' feelings first while ignoring your own. So Virgo, we want to make sure that we don't do that, right? So what's making your stress worse is emotional suppression or emotional overload, trying to stay calm and together for others, and being too passive in your own healing process. So basically, Virgo, the core message here is you're stressed because you're feeling disconnected from your future. You're really kind of unsure if your efforts are paying off, and you're kind of overwhelmed by the emotional pressure to maintain hope or take care of others. You're kind of overanalyzing, where you're going, putting pressure on yourself to live up to that vision, and simultaneously suppressing deep emotional waves. So to rebalance yourself here, you need to let yourself be in the unknown without like rushing to fix it. Sometimes it's okay to not know what's going to happen next. And it's okay to get curious, but not too critical. So approach your inner world with a question, not a judgment, and acknowledge your emotions gently. These emotions are not going to make you weak. And you really don't have to be the caretaker all the time, because you need nurturing too. So Virgo, let's not forget that. And I hope that this helps you get through this stressful period of time. If it doesn't seem to resonate with you at all, please let me know, and maybe we can do a more personal reading just for you that might just resonate with you better, as this is a general reading. Best of luck, Virgo, and talk to you soon.